Hi guys, welcome back to our vanilla build. So today, in our city, I would like to start building public transport. Currently, we don't have any big public transport lines like bus, metro, or tram. We have only one small bus line around the old district, but in general, most people use taxis and walk around the city. And the reason why I want to start public transport is actually not because of traffic. We currently don't have any big traffic jams inside our districts. Even in the downtown area, it doesn't feel like we have any heavy traffic yet. But maybe the reason behind that is the city is still not fully built. What I have noticed is a lot of people are walking from one area to another, and even inside downtown, they walk a lot around the whole area. That's why we need to place some public transport. Initially, I planned to go with the metro line. However, for today, I decided to start maybe with a tram line instead. So, firstly, I would like to build a tram line around our downtown area, make a kind of city loop here, and then later we'll expand it to each district, and each district will be connected with the tram line. Okay, let's start building the tram line in our downtown area, and I'll be back shortly with progress. So first, let's unlock the tram. Yeah, it's still locked. Let's go to tram and unlock it. Before we start building the tram line, we need to place a depot. I would like to place the tram depot somewhere in our public transport and public service hub, but that whole area needs to be rebuilt later. So temporarily, let's place it here, and later on, we will relocate it to this part. Because here we have the taxi depot, the maintenance road depot, and the bus depot, so the tram depot will fit perfectly once we adjust the layout a little bit. Next, let's build the city loop tram line in our downtown area and be back quickly. Okay, our downtown city loop is done. So we now have one big circle around downtown. For the next step, I would like to start connecting each district, and let's begin with Green Peak, which is very easy to connect because it has a straight line leading toward downtown. The turnaround will be inside the downtown area. Let's start building, and I'll be back shortly. And what I'm thinking, since that district was already built, I want to add this new tram station from the last patch. It just looks amazing for me. Let's centralize it. It should be placed perfectly, I believe. Yeah, that looks good. A new station for the tram line is very nice, and this can be the turnaround point before going back to downtown. Later on, we might also expand a small park area around this final tram station and maybe expand the lower residential side a little bit. So this will be the end of our city in that direction. Let's add the tram stops and I'll be back shortly. So that's done. Later on, I will add more stations around the city loop inside downtown once all districts are connected. For the next one, instead of only connecting another area, I would like to create a tram line that goes toward the beach area and then turns around and returns to downtown using roundabout next to the beach. Yeah, let's build quickly and be back shortly. Okay, that's done. I need to readjust these tram stops a little bit because if I change this road to a two-lane tram road, for some reason the tram stop cannot stay on the left side. It automatically moves to the right side, and I think there's no way to fix that, at least I can't do it. Easier to just use a two-lane road or even a normal two-lane tram road, doesn't matter. So that's why I need to adjust stops later. I'll do it later behind scene. Anyway, next we already connected two districts, the beach area and another nearby spot. We still have Rosewood Hill not connected. So let's make a tram line through the current line near the downtown side and extend it into that other area. As usual, let's build quickly and see the results shortly. And for here, I will also add the same final tram stop as the previous district, somewhere close to the school. It just makes sense, like a final destination point, and having a tram line near the school is quite good. Let's try to add it. I believe it should fit. Yeah, it fits almost perfectly. Looks good, and it's a great spot for this tram station. And yeah, let's just connect the road and keep building the tram stops. Okay, next, before starting the tram line, I would like to maybe add some high offices since we have office demand and we still haven't built any high offices yet. Step by step, we need to fill our downtown area and make it more and more beautiful, more realistic, more ideal, I can say. First, I'm thinking to add some here. Initially, I plan to build offices between residential and commercial zones to reduce noise around the city. One will be here, and another one will come here, maybe in a 6x6 shape. Later on, we will expand more and more office buildings around our downtown area. I'm also thinking to place one more here, but it won't look the same anyway. We'll adjust later. For now, let's make the tram line and be back shortly. Firstly, we'll start with the city loop. So the city loop is done. Let's connect each district as well. Next, let me adjust the name of each tram stop. Tramline number 1 will be simply City Loop. All other lines I will keep as line 01, line 02, line 03, and line 04. For colors, I want to make this one green. Yeah, that looks good. I think it's better to change colors by type of public transport, not each line individually. Otherwise, people will get confused. So trams will be green, metro lines probably blue, or another color. Okay, tram line launched. Let's see later how it works. I believe it will be very, very efficient. We have some trouble. Not enough vehicles. Yeah, not enough trams, probably because our total budget for public transport is very low. Yes, it's 50%. Let's increase it to 100% for now. That should be enough. And the cost is already 1.3 million, which is quite high. Let's see shortly how it works. So for the next part, let me speed up the game to see the progress. While we're waiting, I would like to adjust this high office a little bit. I don't really like the building itself. It looks very similar to the others, Maybe let's change and adjust the shape. Let's demolish it first, and instead of making it 6 by 6, maybe make it 4 by 6. The building will be a little bit lower, I believe. And since the demand for offices is still high, let's add one more building here. I think it should be a high office. It's fine in this spot. On the other side, we can place smaller offices, maybe. Yeah, this should be fine. Right here. This one will be smaller than expected, but anyway, let's see how it works. And for the tram line, let me quickly check the current progress. Looking at the tram overview, still not full, but some lines are already getting busy. Line 01 and line 04. Line 04 is, I believe it goes to the, yeah. Okay, let's see how this works shortly. So while we're waiting for the game simulation to show more data from our tram line, I just realized I forgot to add tram stops inside our kind of mini city loop. Let's add them quickly so people from every district can also travel around our central area. Okay, tramline is done. This mini city loop will be one way for now, but in the future we might add another line on the other side. For today, I think it's enough. And while we're waiting, let me also expand the high offices. The demand is still. Let's add one more spot. I think this angle could work well. I don't want to place only full around buildings. I'd like to mix in some small roads between them. We'll start from maybe 5 to 4 and place them like this, and like this. I want to leave some space between the buildings so it doesn't feel too busy, and we can add smaller connecting roads between them. And here we can also place a small park near the residential side so people can walk through toward the commercial zone. Yeah, that's it for the current build. Now let's check how traffic is working and how our new tram line is working. So after 15 minutes in the sped up simulation, we can finally see the tram line statistics. I also expanded the tram depot with the garage extension, which gives us more trams and space for services. And if we break it down, our tram lines show around 200 passengers on almost all lines. Some lines reach 53% usage, some 26%. In general, most lines stay close to 20%, but it goes up and down depending on how passengers split, I guess. I'm not fully sure how this simulation works, but if we look at the big picture for public transport, trams are now carrying the most people in the city, around 8,200 passengers per month. And that's the highest number across all transport options in our city. We also have bus lines carrying around 4,000 people per month, so we can expand and improve those later as well. So overall, today we built the main city loop tram line and connected every district to the network. In the next episode, alongside future building, we'll expand the tram route with new stops along the waterfront and new areas. And once the tram plan is fully finished, I'll start planning our metro lines next. So that's all for today's episode, a quick overview of our current statistics. Next episode, I'm thinking to continue expanding our downtown and new areas, and maybe also look at adding bikes from the last update patch. And if you like the content in the channel, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Thanks for watching and have a good one. And I'll be back shortly with next episode.